Alright, here's the Vex Bleed build. Shoot this, knife, shoot that, start running towards where the purple thing is, which is over here. I can show you as well without the buff. That's crazy that I missed that. Start running towards the thing. That's it. Alright, so the build is very simple. Skills. Make sure you have bleed on here. This maxed out because this counts as kinetic status effect damage, aka status effect damage. And it scales off your gun damage, so you want a gun that has high damage. This 35%, or sorry, 20% extra damage on your bleed. You also want this maxed out. Let's not talk about this as one random point I have here. You want this on 5 because you get 30% extra gun damage. That's 30% extra damage on your bleed. Next, on my build, I have 9 points into this. I have 5 obviously just spec'd in, another 4 from my class mod. This is essentially Blade of the Ruined King from League, if you know what that is. That's Bork on steroids, so you want that. And you don't actually need that, but it just helps for like insane damage, basically. You want this thing. This turns your ult into a Geist Wave. Geist Wave. It shoots that spiral thing you saw me do in the beginning. This. Oh, I still don't have it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. This. So it shoots this sort of spirally thing. That, for no reason, gives you 30% extra damage or against all enemies that are hit by it. So you have to kind of be specific there. You can see it here. Each enemy affected takes increased damage for duration, 30%, so you want that as well. This is nice against mobs, but against bosses not very useful, but still very, very nice to have. And I think I want to try to, if I can, I'm not sure if I'll be able to spec into it. I think I can, maybe. Get this as well. Chance to activate kill skills when critically hitting enemies, so it might be helpful against the boss. Gets kill skills, gets some extra crit damage, etc, etc, etc. I feel really, really lucky. Final thing on the build is this. Vex gains increased gun damage, extra 15% for no reason. And here, status effect damage, that's now 35% damage to your bleed. Then, specializations. Not specializations, skills. Inventory. What is this build reliant on? This knife, basically. The way bleeds are procced in this game, or in this build, or Vexes, is crits. If you crit, it'll bleed. And obviously, if you have this, every single thing that you, every attack against an enemy will be a crit for 5 seconds. Meaning each bleed that ticks will be a crit, and essentially it'll keep stacking up on itself and just be disgusting. This is all you need, realistically, here. Here's just some extra stuff I have. I'll let you figure out why I have these things. Right, 47% extra crit damage there on the sniper, 32% extra crit damage on all guns, and then my class mod, another 34% sniper rifle damage. And this one is what makes that bloodshot thing really disgusting. So if I just show you skills, I go to, where was it? Bloodshot, look. When Vex uses a rep kit, her next gunshot will become a bloodshot, converting damage dealt into kinetic damage and dealing bonus damage based on her current health. Now obviously this means every shot after rep kit, but that's terrible. With the class mod, every time you crit, you have a 33% chance to trigger bloodshot. We have automatic crits, and we're shooting guns like this that have like 1,000,000 bullets, is basically going to always fucking proc. As well, this as well. You just see that spiral thing there. So that's why we're getting insane damage as well with our 90% current health for free. And that is also critting. So this is the weapon I use for most bosses. I use this for mobbing. And that's it.